again, it's one of those things we do secretly and silently. Don't ask me why, but we do. So we have a small technology. We're one of the first universities to actually have an official technology park, and I drive past it every morning. It looks old and worn. It didn't quite pay the money for Botox, etc. So one of our ambitions, as I'm bidding at the moment for about 450 million to upgrade our STEM precinct. So I don't want a classic STEM precinct which has chemistry, physics, biology, etc. And I don't park my car anywhere near any of the scientists when I say that. We'd really like a STEM precinct which has new technologies in it, has businesses co-partnering with us and physically living with us on the campus as opposed to in some slightly removed thing. Seeing the impact of the drought on New England and slowly understanding the responsibilities of UNE in that scenario has been a thing that was completely opaque when I was being appointed. So that's been the thing that probably is now capturing me the deepest. I'm sure some of you know Armidale is now on countdown to Zero Water Day. If anybody here is interested in disaster management, and I have friends that have now commented on the fact that every time I've moved somewhere, a disaster has occurred. So I arrived in New Zealand just as the Christchurch earthquakes let rip, and spent my first 2 months helping the University of Canterbury with the consequences of that. I arrived in Tasmania and there were floods, once in 100 years floods. And I've turned up in Armidale. So there are friends who are plotting my course around the globe. I think there was a plague of locusts in the Gambia or something like that. So first of all, just understanding the role of the university more acutely as a big corporate citizen in a very challenged environment. UNE is truly the most amazing university. It has all these secret things it does where it's made a massive difference to Australia, and my learned colleagues just get on as if it's wallpaper. And that's our problem, that's our biggest problem. And it's not that we're shy, because let me tell you, none of the academic staff at UNE are shy. And it's not that we don't know the value of what we've done, because none of them lack for arrogance or pride or commitment. But it's just that we've gotten used to just getting on with it. And I think that's an amazing thing, to have that quiet confidence that you're making a difference, not only to Australia, but now to the Philippines, to Indonesia, to countries that are genuinely challenged to feed their communities, to educate their communities. We're the #1 partner with ACR in Australia. Little old UNE is #1 partner with ACR, and I've spent 2 days with them talking about what the programme will be for the next 10 years. We'd like some of you to be our voices, so it's not just us saying that this is a good thing to do, but some of you would also agree to stand up and speak on our behalf, and speak of the value and the purpose of what we're trying to achieve, and that if people like you lend it your support, then people will take us more seriously. It won't just be the university either moaning or asking for money, in inverted commas. It will be the community saying that these are projects of value. And if I can be, I'm obliged to be blunt, and I think you've probably worked out that I'm quite happy to be. We're never of us any too young to work out what we'd like to do with our assets, and some of us are old enough that we should be thinking about what we're going to do with our assets. We really value any contribution that people can make. But like every other university, we have not been active in seducing, courting, requesting, managing philanthropy. And poor old Robert Heather, he's a foot shorter than he was when he started this thing. Because he's worked out, we didn't do this, and it's very typical of a university of our type and our calibre that we feel uncomfortable asking people for money, because many of our students, the life-changing difference in their lives was education, and they didn't come with a great deal of resource. They made the best of the opportunity, and you should be left to get on and flourish. I'm just going to be crude and rude. If the thing you have to offer is money, we would take it gladly and make good use of it. But right now, what we need is your support. You'll need your voices, we need your emotional support, and we need your help to refine this story about what is UNE in this modern Australia, And at a time when every political voice counts, we need you to help us with some of that lobbying.